Lizzie! Lizzie!
What?
I haven't finished what I was saying.
Don't you think you said enough in the magistrate's court? I told you not to bother about me, but what do? Stick your bib in and now look.
I did it for your own good.
For my good? God, you might as well have stuck a knife in my back.
Oh, don't talk nonsense.
Lizzie, Mrs. Davidson.
Bloody hell.
She got off.
Well, not exactly. She was fined $10.
$10? What's the magistrate? A relative?
No. I explained the situation, and he let her off with a light fine.
And she paid it?
No, I paid it. I also paid the first fine.
Wasting your money, I'd say.
Do you know where she's going?
Well, to the pub. Where else?
What do you want this time? Bed and breakfast, room with a view?
I've come to see Dor.
You can't.
Why not?
Because I say so.
Bitch. Don't you dare, Vera Bennett. You lay one finger on me and I'll have you up for assault.
May I be of assistance, madam?
Oh, yes. I'm looking for something for my niece. It's her birthday.
How about a Fragonardi handbag?
For you? Oh, yes. I think Rose would love that. What's the damage?
Pardon?
How much?
$453. Will it be cash?
Charge it to my account. Door don't get much chocolate inside. No. Seem to have misplaced me card. Now, listen to me, you young whippersnapper. I've been dealing in this establishment for 25 years. You just take my name and address and then you'll know. Elizabeth Josephine Birdsworth. Here, give it to me, and then you'll remember.
Excuse me, I'll have to check this with the manager.
Up yours.
Where are you going?
Home. Won't you join me in a drink?
No, thanks. What do you mean, home?
To the clink, love. Mind you, they're taking their time.
Who?
The cops, they should have been here hours ago. Oh, that'll be them now. You took your time.
Excuse me, the door was open. We've been looking for you, Elizabeth Josephine Birdsworth.
That's me. Let's go.
We'd like to ask a few questions.
Oh, waste of time. Guilty as sin.
Now, wait a minute, Lizzie. You got rights. That's her.
We've received a report.
I took 'em all. It was me. Frigo, handbag, silver cigarette lighter, silver
We'll clear this
dapper.
matter up as soon as we can. The station's had dealings with Mrs. Birdsworth before.
Did you know I'm about to publish my memoirs? There's a chapter about your father in it. A fine judge, in my opinion.
Really, I must look out for the book.
No need to, my dear. You're welcome to... No, I insist you see the current draft. My life's work. It's in my chambers. Like to think I've left something behind me when I go. I'm afraid it's become an obsession with me.
Excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. Do you think you could call the guard? I have to go to the ladies.
You're not in custody. Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea?
Fine.
afternoon.
Have you seen a policeman around?
No. What on earth's the matter with him?
Someone's pinched his memoirs and shoved them down the lav.
Oh, Lizzie, don't talk nonsense.
It's true, Mrs. Davidson. I was there when it happened.
Lizzie, you didn't.
I did. Do you think he'll send me back now, Mrs. Davidson? I'm a menace to public safety.
Is she in full possession of her faculties?
Of course. Mrs. Birdsworth knew exactly what she was doing when she stole the goods.
Mrs. Birdsworth has admitted her guilt. There is no reason to believe she was insane at the time. Elizabeth Birdsworth, I sentence you to 6 months' detention in Wentworth Detention Centre.
You little beauty! Oh, hello, darling. Reported you to the governor, did she? Bloody mongrel. No, not talking about you. I'm talking about old Vinegar. Come on, love. You and me are going to be mates. Yeah, I'm going to look after you. Young Prudence and old Lizzie. Now, how is that, eh? Old Lizzie and young Prudence. I'll just hide you in there, right? Well, off we go. Shh. Don't you make noise, man.
Wait at the gates for Mrs. Jackson, O'Connell.
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Hold it right there, Birdsworth. Where's the dog?
Dog? What dog?
Get that out of there immediately.
Oh, Miss Bennett, you're not going to take her away. Oh.
Take her out.
Oh, come on, love.
I'm going to have to put you on report for this. You can't be trusted for 2 seconds.
Oh, look out for a leg there, Miss Bennett.
Now sit down. Go on.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, we're going to look after her. She's not going to do any harm, little Prudence. Can't we keep her here? Can't we really look after her?
We're not running a pet shop.
Oh, but she's a dear little sweetheart, isn't she, Mrs. Davidson?
I'd say she's a pedigree. Someone probably owns her.
Yeah, me and Doreen.
Miss Bennett is right, Lizzie. You cannot keep a dog in the prison.
Look, that dog gets plenty of exercise. The person who has her takes her for walks every night.
That'll keep you fit. Hope she's getting plenty of gravy, beef.
Look, shut up and mind your own business.
Miss Bennett, you forgot something.
What?
Me.
My chips.
Oh, I thought that'd sort of suit her.
I was going to call her Lady.
Lady? That's bunging it on a bit, isn't it? I mean, for a second-hand dog.
Well, I can decide what to call my own dog.
Of course. But I thought Chips sorts of suit her. Anyway, Chips goes with Vinegar.
What are you doing here, Lizzie?
Just on my way, Mrs. Jackson.
She's to be back no later than 11:30.
Of course.
Is the hostel anywhere near the shops?
Oh, just a few minutes' walk.
Oh, be nice to have a look at all the pretty things they've got these days.
Well, Lizzie, you were only out a short while ago. I don't think things have changed that much.
A word of advice, Captain Barton. If you do show Lizzie the shops, make sure it's from the outside. And I wouldn't pass any hotels either.
Oh, Miss Bennett, what a thing to say. And in front of a man of the church, too. Anyone would think I couldn't be trusted.
We'll keep her busy, Miss Bennett. In fact, she might even be able to do some work for us.
Well, and how did you enjoy yourself, Lizzie?
Oh, it was terrific, Mrs. Davidson, terrific.
Good. Thank you, Captain Barton.
Oh, a great pleasure. Lizzie was in fine voice.
didn't do right. I sung up a storm. Had a bit of trouble with the words, though.
Ah, but you hit the note more often than not. I hope you'll be able to join us again.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Davidson. I'll be off now.
Thank you, Captain.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lizzie.
Bye. Oh, I shouldn't say good. Crikey, it was great. When do you think they'll let me go again, Mrs. Davidson? What's the matter, Mrs. Davidson?
Where did you get this money, Lizzie?
Oh.
I am astonished. Surely you realize this money was collected to help poor people.
Oh, I didn't really think.
No, you never do, apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's just not good enough. Fortunately, the money can be returned. And given the nature of Captain Barton and the Salvation Army, I dare say you'll be forgiven by them. However, I do not intend to be so lenient. Nor do I think will the rest of the prisoners be as forgiving. Your abuse of this privilege has jeopardized it for all of them for the future. Very well. You will be suspended from buyout privileges for a week.
I believe you have a daughter.
She was the eldest.
The Salvation Army does a lot of work locating missing persons.
You mean you'd find my daughter?
Why not?
Oh, I haven't seen her for 30 years. Maybe more.
She's still your daughter.
I don't know. Marcy's her name. She was in a kid's home. She mightn't want to know me.
Perhaps. Why don't we find out?
I don't know. When their welfare came to take them away, I scrubbed them all up clean and shining in the bloke who... He said he'd never seen a nicer bunch of kids. I don't know.
It's entirely up to you, Lizzie.
Do you think it'd be good for them to find out that I still care?
I think so.
Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. How long do you think it'd take?
I don't know.
Captain Barton thought you'd like to know what he's found out.
You mean you found out something about my kids?
Well, I went to the home where they put your children, and from their records and what they can remember, your two sons were fostered out relatively early. Now, it could take quite some time to trace them through Jigsaw and other organisations, and a lot depends on whether they wish to be contacted. However, we did have a little more luck with your daughter, Marcia. She left the home when she was 16, and kept in touch for some 8 years or so after that. And the last they heard of her, she said she was marrying someone in Melbourne. That was some 20 years ago. So I took the liberty of advertising, and I got a reply. A woman who says she is, or was, Marcia Birdsworth has answered the ad.
Miss Bennett, we've got a lot to catch up on.
Well, there'll be other times, I'm sure.
Yeah, lots of times. That's if you want.
Oh, of course I do. And I've got to see my little granddaughter, Josie.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm sorry I didn't bring you in today.
I know. This is no place to bring a teenage girl.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but tomorrow I could.
I'll arrange it.
Bye. Bye.
Well, Lizzie, that was quite a third degree you put her through. Have you got some doubts that she's your daughter?
Is that what it looked like?
It certainly did. Well?
Well, what?
Do you have any doubts?
No, Mr. Reed. No doubts at all.
Oh, say hello to your Nan, Josie.
Hello, Nan. Hello, Josie.
Oh, please, Nan, couldn't we? That'd be fantastic. All of us living in the same house together, just like a real family.
I think we'd better let Nan think that over first.
No need to think about it. I reckon it's a great idea.
Fantastic. Then you'll be able to tell me about being in prison all this time.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Best forgotten, I'd say.
Yeah, best forgotten.
All right, then. At least you'll be able to help me with my homework.
Sorry, love. I wasn't very good at school.
Oh, well, I don't do too good at school either.
Why is that, love?
Because of all the time I have off.
I think we'd better be going now, Mum. Josie gets pretty tired and we don't want to overdo things, do we, love?
No, Mum.
We'll come back again as soon as we can, all right?
Yeah. You make sure you do.
Goodbye, love.
Bye, Nan.
Mum, I really would love to stay down here, but I can't. I mean, I've only got my widow's pension and the child allowance. What you gonna do then? I don't know. Maybe Mr. Reed could fix us up with another travel voucher, something like that.
Oh, God, that'd take forever. Listen, I've got some money coming to me. 20 years and all for nothing. They've got to make it up to me. I'll see you right.
No, I couldn't take your money, Mum.
You'd be doing me a favour. It's only money. What's it worth if I can't see me granddaughter grow up?
No, it's good of you, but I can't. I can't.
Come on. Time, ladies, please.
Couldn't we just go down the park?
Not down here for pleasure. This is a business trip.
Would it cost much?
Yeah, can't afford it. Forget it.
You said we were going to get some money from Grandma.
Yeah, it's going to take us time. We haven't got it now.
I wish she was my grandma instead of being just business. I wish we didn't have to go back home.
If witches were horses, beggars would ride. Yeah, come on.
Hello, Mr. Reed.
Well, what are you two up to?
Going back to the bush, I'm afraid.
Must you? Lizzie's found a place for you to live.
Wow, that's fantastic. But how?
Well, it belongs to a friend of hers. It's only temporary accommodation, but it's available if you want it.
We do want it, don't we, Mum?
Okay, well, listen, can you hang on here until I get the key?
Oh, of course.
Fine, I'll be back in about an hour.
Oh, Grandma's got us a house. Oh, she's not your grandma. Well, it is only temporary. But things are working out, aren't they?
Lizzie, I don't quite know how to put this.
What?
Are you absolutely certain that Josie and Marcia are your family?
Do you think I don't know my own bloody daughter?
Lizzie.
Of course they're my family. Of course they're my bloody family.
I'm sorry I mentioned it.
So you ought to be.
Yeah.
She got a bad leg. How do you mean? Well, she broke it when she was 8 and they just never set it properly. Oh, and sometimes the pain gets so bad. And she's missed such a lot of school and she can't play sport or anything.
Well, if it's just a broken leg, surely they can do something.
Oh, yeah, they can fix it.
How?
Well, I'd have to re-break it and set it again. Yeah, I know. That's what scares Josie too. Thought of going through all that pain again.
Doesn't seem fair, does it? But surely there's some way we can do something.
Oh, yes. Yes, we can do something. You see, we'd need specialists for a start. And then there's a long stay in hospital and physio. Oh, months and months of physio. Oh, I just don't see how we can do it.
Seems to me we got her.
Yeah, but it's going to cost so much money. And she's missed so much school already. I mean, missing so much more school.
That's no good. Can't do nothing in this world without an education.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking that maybe we could try her staying at home, and perhaps we could get her a special school teacher, you know, so that she wouldn't miss out on her schoolwork, and of course we'd have to have a full-time nurse.
It's going to cost a bit.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. I mean, what can we do?
How much do you reckon? The full box and dice?
Thousands, Mum. 9, maybe even 10.
Feeling better now, love? Well, I gotta go now. I gotta go and think how to dig up a gold mine. Now, you be a good girl. You don't want to grow up a silly old thing like your old gran now, do you, eh? No. Don't you worry. We'll think of something that's gonna cost a lot of money, but don't you worry. You just look after yourselves, all right?
Well, come on, Jess. We better get going.
Do you think she can?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we'll see. Come on.
And I'm going to settle out of court so I can get the money for Josie's operation. Well, what's the matter? Aren't you pleased?
Oh, yeah, but won't you lose a lot of money like that?
Oh, what good's money if you're stuck in here?
Lizzie, Marcia isn't really your daughter. I've had my suspicions for some time, so I did some checking. Marcia's name before she was married, it wasn't Birdsworth. It was Morgan.
She might have been married twice.
No, Lizzie, she wasn't married twice. She was after your money.
How do you know? Did you ask them to clear out?
No, I went round to Doreen's house to see them. They'd gone. They must have realized that I was onto them. I'm sorry.
I knew she was a phony. From the very first time, I knew it. Right from the start. But poor little Josie, she needed help. So what else was Marcy gonna do?
They were ripping you off, Lizzie.
They were not ripping me off. They were gonna be my family on the outside. But now you and Dora and that Mr. Reed, you bloody well gotta ruin everything.
I've got something to tell you.
You don't have to tell me anything.
I'm not your daughter. I'm not Marcy.
Who are you then?
Ellen Morgan. I was in the same orphanage as Marcia when we were kids. She was my best friend. And we used to tell each other things about family and things.
She talked to you about me?
Yes, a lot. She used to tell me everything that she could remember about you and your husband. That's how I know so much about your family background.
Do you know what happened to the real Marcia?
We kept in touch. She was killed in a car accident just a few months before her 25th birthday.
Oh.
I know what she must think of me.
I'll tell you what I think of you. I don't care who you are. You're my daughter now. And Josie's my granddaughter, and that's all that matters to me. I knew all along you weren't Marcia, but it was nice to have a new family.
Oh, Lizzie, you're wonderful.
No, I'm not. I'm just a silly old goat who can't keep out of trouble. But I will from now on, now that I've got you two.
I want you to know that what I did for Josie's sake, and everything about her, that was true.
Don't you worry. I'll give you the money. I'll sign it all over to you.
You can't do that, Matt.
Of course I can. It's my money and I can do what I like with it.
But they all know.
Yeah, Mr. Reed found out. But he can lay off me. It's my money and I can do what I want with it, and I want to give it to my new family. 20 years I've been in this joint. I've seen them all come and go. Dora and Bea, we've known each other for years. I've never once ever forgotten any of their birthdays.
It's your birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
When, today?
Yeah. I'm 72.
Oh, well, happy birthday. And don't you worry. They won't forget. They'll do something, you'll see.
Oh, no, they won't. You can tell, you know. Nobody's even mentioned it. And the hints I've dropped this last couple of days. I'm just a lonely, forgotten old nothing.
No, you're not, you know. You're a sweet, kind, wonderful old lady, Lizzie. And you just sit there. And don't you go away, okay? I'd like you to have this.
Oh, Jude. Oh, no. I couldn't.
Come on now. I want you to have it, Liz.
Oh, no, Jude. That was Sharon's. I couldn't.
Please take it.
But, Jude, that's the only thing of Sharon's that you have.
I got
You
other
keep
things.
it.
Come on, I got my memories and all. Please take it, Lizzie. And have a real happy birthday from Sharon and me, okay?
Oh, thank you. Happy birthday, dear.
What is this all in aid of?
This happens to be my birthday party, and you're not invited.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Well, it mightn't mean much to you, but it happens to be my party, and I want to be left alone to enjoy it.
You know the rules about naked flames in cells, Lizzie?
Well, you might at least have let me blow it out and make a wish or something. I mean, that's supposed to be the caper, isn't it?
What are you on about?
It happens to be my birthday cake.
Oh, is it? Well, happy birthday.
Thanks a bundle.
And will you stop fiddling with that lighter, or I'll have to confiscate it. Now, you come with me, Lizzie. I have a job for you.
The work bell's just gone.
I'm aware of that. Now, will you get off that bed and come with me?
Have you been taking lessons from Vinegar Tits?
There'll be no insubordination, Lizzie, unless you want to go on report.
What do you want me to do?
You'll find out when we get there.
Well, I don't see why you couldn't ask one of the others.
Oh, will you stop complaining, Lizzie?
It's all dark in there, Mrs. Jackson.
Oh, dear, don't tell me the lights have gone as well. Will you wait here, Lizzie, and I'll go and find out what's gone wrong. Now, let me see what the matter is. Lizzie?
Yeah?
Could you come and give me a hand, please?
Oh, strike me lucky I'm not a bloody electrician.
Happy birthday, love.
Oh, what a lovely surprise.
Well, it's only just started. All right, everybody, come on, make a path. Clear the way.
Three cheers for Lizzie. Hip hip.
Hooray! 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 She's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Oh, red or white, hey?
White, Mrs. Jackson.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lizzie. Happy birthday to you.
Just a minute, Birdsworth. Come over here.
What's the matter, Miss Bennett? You think I'm drunk, don't you?
Yes, I think you're drunk, Birdsworth.
Oh, what's so funny?
Nobody else is.
Oh, but they've all been drinking lolly water. That's the special stuff that Ellen brought me in.
Really? I still don't see how you could have got in that condition.
I'll show you. Like this, you see.
I still don't see
Right down me neck.
how anybody could have got drunk on non-alcoholic wine.
Crazy time. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Lizzie, come on. Up on the table now. One, two, three. Hey! There you go, there's mine.
and I was just having a lend of you.